This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another sports catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy today, March 13th, is someone who actually has died. But this is an important one because of how he died. He played for Atlético Nacional Young Boys in the Colombian national team. He was a good defenseman. He was known as the gentleman as a defender. But how the 94 World Cup ended for him and how it ended his life was huge. Andres Escobar was born in Medellin, which is where Pablo Escobar had his upbringing and all that. Escobar always wore number 2 and all that. He would play for Colombia, the Colombian club Atlético Nacional, and even Young Boys in Switzerland, winning the Copa Libertadores, or basically South America's answer to Champions League. Escobar could have went to AC Milan. So anyway, he made his debut for Colombia in 1988 against Canada. He helped them play in the 1989 Copa America, losing in the first round. He played in qualification and actually had to play the Intercontinental Playoff, which they did. Got to the World Cup, and they got taken out in round 16 by Cameroon. But it wasn't Andres' fault. It was that damn goalie Higuita's fault for trying to play like a defender. Just like the ball out of the zone, and Roger Milla scored. Escobar played for the 91 Colombian Copa America squad. Copa America is basically the South American Championships. It's like Euro in Europe, the Gold Cup in North America, and many other teams. So anyway, Colombia played in the 94 World Cup. They didn't have Higuita. He was in jail for being a informant or something like that. And then all of a sudden, Colombia shockingly lost to Romania 3-1. They would have to beat the Americans in the U.S. at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Anyway, Escobar tried to cross a block, a pass from John Harkes, but he deflected the ball into his own net. The Americans took the 1-0 lead and won 2-1, giving them a spot in the round 16. Colombia was out no matter what they did against Switzerland. They did win. Escobar decided to return to Colombia instead of going to Las Vegas to visit relatives. And on Canada Day, 1994, 5 days after Colombia's loss, the World Cup, Escobar went to a bar in Medellin. Unfortunately, he got into an altercation with 3 men. 2 of them took out handguns, and Escobar was shot 6 times with a .38 caliber pistol. It was reported that the killer shot a goal after every shot, once for each time, the South American football commentator said it during the broadcast. The group drove away in a pickup truck. Escobar bled to death. And a lot of people said that this was because of the own goal costing Colombians lots of money. And remember, it was the drug era of Pablo Escobar, under his namesake, but they're not related. So Colombia just can't believe themselves. Anyway, Escobar's funeral was attended by more than 120,000 people and all that. And the city of Medellin in 2002 honored him by a statue. Humberto Castro Munoz, a drug cartel bodyguard in Colombia, was arrested July 2nd, 1994, confessing the next day to killing Escobar. He worked as a driver for Santiago Gallon, who lost heavily on the outcome of that game. He was found guilty of Escobar's murder in 1995 and sentenced to 43 years in prison. However, it was later reduced to 26 years because he went to the ruling penal code in 2001. But Humberto was actually released on good behavior because of prison work and study in 2005, which is pathetic. Bodyguard, 2005. So he served only 11 years for Escobar's murder. There were allegations that the Gallon brothers bribed the prosecutor's office to redirect the investigation towards Castro as the trigger man. And the prosecutor office said that Castro was simply following orders from the Catalan government, but prosecutors didn't have credible evidence to convict them. Andres Escobar's girlfriend said the accusation of the Gallons brothers' bribery of government officials is supported by the fact that Castro killed a national celebrity and only got 11 years in prison. All that. However, many people said that Escobar's murder did not have any connection to the World Cup, saying that he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time because Colombia had violent raids with Pablo Escobar's gang and all that. Colombia's image would be tarnished because of Escobar's murder and all that. And it looked good. Andres Escobar was trying to help Colombia become a positive image. Colombian fans held him in high. All that. Anyway, 30 for 30 had an episode called The Two Escobars. Talking about the drug cartel and Andres Escobar's death. All that. Escobar was married to his girlfriend for 5 years and was going to be married at the end of 94, but he died. Escobar was a devout Catholic and would go to Mass every day before school with his mother until her death at age 52, so he did what he could. All that. So, yeah. He did his job. He only scored one international goal. That was against England in the Rose Cup. But anyway, he helped his team win the Copa Libertadores in 1989. They did lose the Intercontinental Championship. It was Milan and Atletico Nacional. Unfortunately, Milan would win that, but it doesn't matter. So Andres Escobar was a martyr for soccer violence, and that's just not right. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.